I know we like to laugh at fake martial arts, bullshido instructors, and these mcdojos exposed videos. But today, I want to focus on bad martial arts instructors in general. More often than not, I've seen people leave martial arts not because they discover that their school is a mcdojo or bullshido, but because they don't like the instruction style or they just don't vibe with the instructor. Not saying that these things are mutually exclusive. In fact, bad martial arts instructors exist in all styles, regardless of how legitimate these schools are. Now, bad experience might be a factor of many things, and what I might consider bad, you might consider good. I do want to focus on 4 things that indicate that you are dealing with a bad martial arts instructor. And as I go down the list, I'd love to hear your thoughts or experience in the comment section below. Number 1, their word is gospel. As much as I love martial arts, I have to admit that a lot of schools run like cults. And many instructors do carry this presence. They tell you to jump, you ask, how high? For the most part, their experience of martial arts gives them the authority to speak in this manner. But when they start talking about things outside of the realm of martial arts, this is where we start having problems. There was an instructor that said that pho was the best diet food for his style. I thought he was joking, but I started seeing him writing down the exact order he made in a pho restaurant so that his students can replicate it. Now this is a lighthearted example, yes, but it becomes a greater problem when we get to the second point. They teach things they do not understand. Now the previous example was outside of the realm of martial arts, but within the realm of martial arts, I have a big problem when their instruction is out of scope of what they actually understand. One example I could think of is this instructor talking about how the wushu aerial lost its practical application of being an actual kick. I thought the aerial was just a fancy jump, but no. This instructor actually started teaching how to do a practical aerial, how to throw a kick while you are trying to do a cartwheel without hands, while this individual can't even walk a flight of stairs. Now I know it seems like I'm picking on wushu in this channel. I swear this is not limited to just wushu, it exists in all styles, but you can see where this gets dangerous in a self-defense situation, in sparring, or in a real fight. You can get really hurt when the instructor tries to teach you something that they don't understand, which leads me to the third point. Number 3, you don't feel safe. Generally speaking, good instructors would emphasize this point, especially if this is your first time sparring or rolling. They'll ease you into it if they notice that you're scared of getting hit, or they'll know to pull you aside if they notice you're going too hard on someone else. Some would argue that this idea of being safe takes away from the idea of being tough in martial arts. That's not what I'm talking about. You need to be safe so that you'd show up the next day for class, or that you'd go to work without a black eye. I also want to extend this to how instructors treat their students. I've seen instructors bully their students in class. I've seen them tell them directly to their face that they're worthless pieces of crap. There are also a number of male instructors who keep on hitting on their female students. And I would argue, as an instructor, it is your job to ensure that all of your students feel safe, even from yourself. And finally, number 4, they prioritize themselves over their students. Now, I get it if there are new instructors or if the instructor themselves are dealing with personal issues that end up leaving the class dull for like about a month. But there are instructors out there who for some reason make every class, lesson, instruction, example, all about themselves. This was something that bugged me when I tried out a Taekwondo school when I was a teenager. I asked about price, he kept talking about his accolades. Now, I understand talking about your accomplishments is a great tool for marketing, but once you close that sale, you have that student. Your job is actually to keep the student. Now, anecdotes are a great tool to use for teaching, but you shouldn't be leaving the class learning more about the instructor's life than you do about the lesson itself. Bad instruction might also come from the best competitors. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means that you won't be able to maximize your opportunity from this individual.